This is why you find yourself begging and pleading for love from the narcissist. It's almost like the same person causing you injury is the same person or the only person who can heal that injury. They're causing you so much pain, but they're the only one who can cause you happiness. This is all by design. The narcissist is very, very smart in the way that they orchestrate their whole abuse. Even before they met you or before you started dating, they planned everything. They saw you, they knew that you were a good target, they targeted you, and now they're using you for exactly what they targeted you for, which is to use and abuse you. You're simply a supply or a source of supply for the narcissist. But this is why you find yourself begging and pleading for their love. When they first got with you, what they did was they love bombed you. And for those of you who don't know what love bombing is, they basically became the best thing that ever happened to you. They loved you to the fullest. They showed you love that you've never, ever felt before. They showed you compassion that you've never experienced before. They were there for you. They were the best thing in that moment that has ever happened to you. Even with, the adult thing, they probably went out of their way to make you feel special. They go out of their way to be the best, the very best thing or person that you have ever met or experienced. So once they get you into their trap, which is usually after the turning point is usually after pregnancy, maybe after marriage, maybe after children, maybe after they moved you out of state. I talk about the turning point as a lot on this channel. The turning point is important, and I talk about it a lot because this is when the narcissists really start to take their mask off and show who they really are, the monster that they really are. Is usually after the turning point. So after you get to that point, they start to devaluate you, and now they're on to the next one. But they're not going to discard you, right? The narcissist needs all their supply. They never ever want to get rid of any of their supplies. It's all a game. Even when they discard you, they're never really hoping that you go on with your life. They're hoping that you'll always be in the background, and when they're ready, they can just call you up and you can pick up the phone and they can use you for whatever they need to use you for, whether it's money, affection, praises, admiration, a place to stay, whatever. They always keep their supplies in the background. They have a whole roster of supply, and if you're willing to be on it, they'll keep you on it. So anyway, once they start to devaluate you, they're hoping that you still have that love bombing stage in your head. And that's why the love bombing stage, they go all out. Like, they go out of their way to be the best of the best to get you used to it. Once you get used to it, now you're thinking in your head that this is who they really are, and this is the kind of loving that I can get used to for the rest of my life. That is not the case. That is not the case. I hate to break it to you. That person that they were at that early stage will never ever come back again. You will never get that experience again. So what they do is they now put you on a leash. They start to breadcrumb you. When you complain or cry or go out of your way to beg and plead, they will give you a little crumb of love. Maybe they'll start hugging you again. Maybe they'll start answering your calls when they leave the house. Maybe, they'll give you a little bit. They'll breadcrumb you. Instead of giving you the whole loaf of bread, they'll give you crumbs of bread. And now you're just grateful that they're even doing anything. But the reason it feels like you're begging and pleading and just this is your whole lifeline. This person has become everything to you, knowing fully well that this person is lame, they're nothing, they're insecure, they're really nothing without you, but they have you feeling like it's you who's in that position. So you're begging and pleading for any kind of love you can get from them. Again, it's by design. The narcissist does the love bombing stage so good so that you can get hooked on it and think that this is the lifestyle you're going to live, but you're never going to live that lifestyle. This is why it feels like you are literally begging this person to just show you some kind of love and affection, but it's never going to happen. This is all by design. They did that to get you to that point where you feel like your whole life depends on them. You feel like you can't live without them. You feel like you can't make it without them. So if you're in this stage right now and you're begging and pleading and you're hoping for therapy, or maybe you are in therapy, maybe you've put yourself in therapy, or you both are in therapy, or you're going to church, none of that is going to work. Once the narcissist puts you in the devaluation stage, you're never coming out of that. All they're going to do is trick you for as long as you let them trick you. They're going to give you little breadcrumbs of, when you complain about something, they'll fix it a little bit and you think all is well, but it's not. And then they'll go back and do something worse. It's a matter of time. They'll go buy you flowers and coffee and whatever your favorite things are. Maybe they'll spend the day with you. They'll give you money to go do your nails. They'll do some of the things that they did at the early stages that made you fall for them. They'll do it again to make you, get hooked again. But the whole time, you will never ever, that's what they're not telling you. You'll never ever go back on that pedestal that they once put you on. And even when you were on it, it was just borrowed time. That was not, it was their investment. They invested their time, their energy, and their effort, hoping that you will finally fall for them. And once you fall for them, they know that you're hooked for a while. Some people stay hooked forever, but some people stay hooked for a very, very long time. And it buys them time to go to that next supply. It buys them time to use and abuse you and to have that comfortable landing spot where they can go out, do all of their mess, and come back because there's somebody there who's hooked, brainwashed, love bombed, naive, crazy enough to stay. They have that comfortable landing spot that they can go out, be themselves, do whatever they want to do, cheat, lie, abuse, go home and not come back, go home, or I'm sorry, go out and not come back home, go out and not answer the call, not help you with the kids. You're carrying this whole relationship by yourself, but they know that they have a comfortable resting space that they can come back and do whatever. So don't let yourself fall for that trap. Once you notice that the love bombing stage is over, that beautiful, loving, beautiful, just great space that you and this narcissist were in, now you're fighting to even get a small percentage of that love that they once gave you. Trust me, it's never going to come back. You will never go back to being their favorite person. You'll never go back. That's just a sick game. And it sounds bad, but that's just how it is. You'll never ever go back to being that person that meant the world to them. It was all an act anyway. It was never real. It was never true. So you'll never go back to that. So once you notice that you're in that stage where you're begging and pleading for their love, this is the time to take your exit. Plan your exit and leave because you'll never go back. And the longer you stay trying to fix it, the more you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time, and the more you stay, the more stupid they think you are, and the more their abuse is going to get worse. So don't put yourself in that position to get used and abused by somebody that's not even smart. They think they're smart, but they're not. I call them the dumbest smart people ever. And when you start to get over the narcissist, or when you are completely healed from them, that's when you realize what I'm saying today. They're dumb. They're lame. They're insecure. They're not even that important. They're not even that special. But it's going to take you to get to your healing stages to see them for who they really are. And the only way you can get there is by getting out of that messy mess that you're in right now. And trust me, you can do it. You have it in you. You just have to be very, very intentional about it. So plan your escape and leave those fools alone. They will get their karma when they deserve it, when the time is right. All right? Follow for more, and you can also book a one-on-one coaching call with me. The link is in the bio. And please follow me on my YouTube page. The link is in my bio as well. Bye-bye.